The new year is coming up and people are making their New Year's resolutions. I was a little bit curious about the statistics behind them, so I did a couple Google searches and I found out that about 50% of all resolutions made involve weight loss, improving health, and increasing fitness. Also, I found out that most of these resolutions don't last 3 months into the year. So in this video, I want to talk about some of the reasons why these New Year's resolutions fail. And I also give you my recommendation as to whether you should make one for yourself. Let's get it. What's up guys, Newton Kwong here, helping you with long-term tips and strategies on how to eat better and live healthier. Remember, all of the information in today's video is for educational purposes only. If you're seeking any medical advice, then please consult your healthcare professional. There's quite a lot of reasons why health and fitness resolutions don't quite pan out to the way that we expect them to. And reason number one is because a lot of these resolutions, they may be too big, too lofty, and too unrealistic for the person who's making them. I think that most of these resolutions are made with great intentions, but I also suspect that most of the time, these resolutions aren't accounting for the amount of work that it actually takes to make such a goal happen. Also, they don't account for all of the real life obstacles that are going to pop up throughout the year that could slow down our progress, that could stop us in our tracks, and ultimately demotivate us from continuing further. I also suspect that some of these unrealistic resolutions that are being made are made by people who are not taking into account the level of experience that they have with health and fitness. An example of this is someone who's never worked out before, never picked up a weight, never done a squat in the gym, who wants to look like a bodybuilder by the end of the year. And you know what? I give kudos for having ambition and for having a target such as that. But sometimes having big goals may hurt us more than it helps us. With these types of unrealistic goals and resolutions, the gap between where we currently are and where we want to be may just be too large that it's going to be so overwhelming to the point that we give up before we even start. Reason number two why New Year's resolutions fail is all or nothing thinking. This is basically perfectionism and the inability to be flexible with whatever life circumstances come our way. Unfortunately, things won't always go to plan. We're going to slip up on our diets. We're going to miss a couple days at the gym. There's going to be family emergencies, vacations, holidays, office parties, and all of that other good stuff that happens in life that's going to derail us from time to time from our health and nutrition plan. Thinking that we're going to be on point 100% of the time is definitely going to be a recipe for failure. And with all or nothing thinking, usually we're going to get the nothing rather than the all. This type of thinking is common for those who haven't had the chance to build up the resilience or the confidence to bounce back from the distractions that I just mentioned. Also, I suspect that someone who is going through all or nothing thinking is trying to figure out what their extremes are, right? What their all is and what their nothing is. That way they can determine what the middle ground looks like for them. And in that sense, it's probably great to have that type of experience to develop that self-awareness. And I think that the longer someone stays in all or nothing thinking, the more harmful it is. The quicker that they're able to discover what their middle ground is, the more likely they are to achieve success towards their goal. The third reason why New Year's resolutions fail is because people have superficial reasons as to why they set those resolutions. Ask yourself why you want to lose weight, why you want to get healthier, or whatever your goal is. Some common reasons for that may be like, I want to look better, I know that this is going to be good for me, this is something that I've always wanted to do. And those are reasons that are okay, but they can be better. Some examples of better reasons could be something like, I want to set a better example for my kids. I want to have longer longevity so that I can create more quality moments with my family. Or it could be something like, I just recently broke up and I want to feel attractive again to find another mate. Or it could be that you're in a relationship right now and you want to rekindle some of that passion And you can see how all of the reasons that I just stated have more of a personal touch to it. It's more personal in nature. You want your reasons to be more emotional so that it can drive you through those crappy days where you don't want to work out, where you don't want to cook your meals, where you don't want to get up early. Emotional reasons are what's going to get us to do the actions that are necessary. Personal and emotional reasons usually have more stakes at hand, and there are going to be consequences if you don't follow through. You're not going to get the thing that you really, really want, and that's going to hurt. That's usually going to be the extra push that's going to get us through those hard days. Reason number 4 why many resolutions fail is because of improper planning and preparation. There are some people who may not have scheduled the time or come up with the appropriate systems or found the right type of support or accountability that they need to do the necessary activities to accomplish their goal. The planning and preparation doesn't have to be perfect. Your ducks don't have to be all lined up in a row for you to start. However, having some sort of structure to get the things that you need to do done is definitely going to help you out a lot. You can totally start off messy, and as time goes on, as you start picking up some good habits and some good practices and some unique solutions that work for you, then it's going to be helpful to organize all of those tidbits that you've picked up along the way into a system, into an organized plan of how you're going to continually take action with potentially less effort. In addition, it's just going to be such a huge plus to have the proper support system around you, people who care about both you and your goal and can hold you accountable when you most need it. If you're finding value out of this video so far, then please consider liking this video and subscribing to my channel for more tips just like these. And also let me know in the comments down below, do you have a New Year's resolution and what is it? Let me know, and let me know how I can help you out by posting your questions in the comments as well. With all of those reasons as to why resolutions fail, you may find it surprising that I still recommend that you make a New Year's resolution regarding weight loss or improving health and fitness. And the reason behind that is because it's always good to have a goal. It's always good to have a target to where you want to be. What I want to say is that as you're making your resolution, just understand that it may be a little bit harder than you expect because you haven't discovered all the things that you don't know about the process yet. Since you may not know exactly how the road ahead of you will look like, then it's going to be important for you to stay flexible and to continually educate yourself. There's definitely going to be a learning curve with all of this, and how steep that curve is going to be dependent on your own experience and your own knowledge. So be okay with getting slow results in the beginning, and also be okay with extending the timeline that you give to yourself to achieve this goal. I've made another video with more tips on how you can create New Year's resolutions that you can follow through on, and it's going to be on the next screen, so check that out. And also, if you have any questions with anything that I said in this video, leave them in the comments down below. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.